Facebook soon too. Good morning, everyone. Happy 2nd of January. It's the beginning of a new year. It's an exciting time. Then why are some people left thinking like, oh my gosh, it's already the 2nd. I haven't done what I wanted to do yesterday. I'm already failing. When you join me, say hi. This is all about the start of 2022 because we all put so much pressure on ourselves to make the beginning really different. We have all these big plans, and then by the 2nd, you're thinking like, who am I kidding? This is never going to happen. Baby's not slept all night, got COVID, or whatever it is for you. I know that that is the reality of some people's morning this morning. Hey, Katie. Hey, Lynn. Happy New Year to you all. Morning, Al. You're gorgeous. I don't know about that. But I have got my lashes on this morning, girls, which is I'm winning after a sleepless night with a baby. It was hell, not gonna lie. So for all of you guys who have woken up this morning and felt like yesterday was not the start to the year you wanted, you already told yourself you were going to go out for a run, you already told yourself you were going to go to the gym every day and maybe you didn't, or whatever it is, like this is normal. This is what we do every year. But if we want to make 2022 different, if we want to evoke change in our lives, or if we want to do things differently, then we've got to show up differently. So it does not matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't even matter what happens today. It's about the strategies and the foundations that you build in order to build upon them for this next year. Okay, so it doesn't matter what's happened in the last couple of days. It doesn't matter if you haven't done your goals yet. Oh, I wanted to be really organized. I wanted the house to be clean. I wanted to clear out my wardrobe. I wanted to get my office ready. By the way, I'll do a new office reveal in the next couple of days live. You'll like that because it's lush. But, you know, don't beat yourself up. I want to talk to you about a couple of things, though, just to get you to start thinking about some things. Now, I recently completed my first ever goal-setting mini course, really, a boot camp. I don't care if you think this is blowing my own trumpet, because I am, but it was the guest that I had on as well. The transformational experience for not just myself, but for everybody that did the goal setting course was off the wall incredible. And I almost think that everybody in life should just have access to it just to be able to do it, because it's that insanely amazing that everybody, if you're in the Impact Academy, by the way, my private membership group, you have free access to that. It's in the guide. So go and check it out before you start anything else, because it's amazing. But knowing who you are, what you stand for, what values you're going to live by in 2022, what makes you happy, what lights you up, what motivates you, that is what is important, not the other noise of what everybody else is doing or what everybody else is saying you should do or how you think you should have started your 2022. Forget about that, because you probably did that last year as well and that didn't work either. So the reason why I say this to you is drown out the noises in your head that are telling you, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I should have started like this, I should start like that. Forget about it. There's one thing that's important that you should focus on going into 2022 that's going to make things really different to any other year. And that's you. Focusing on you. That's what's important. I will share with you why. My sister died almost a year to the day ago. On the 7th of January, it'll be a year. And to say that that is completely and utterly, and for the 20 months that, you know, poor Nick was, you know, being so strong in her battle, that has completely changed everything. Everything about how I saw the future, how I saw moving forward in all of my businesses, everything changed. And I realized over the last 12 months that if I am going to be able to move forward, if I'm going to be able to feel motivated, excited about life, then I'm going to have to change something, because the me that was 12 months ago can't live with that pain for the rest of my life. I can't cope with it. So what do I need to do to change that? I need to become more. I need to learn how to be more. And I have learned that by working with an amazing guy, Graham Lazell. I owe a lot to him, through the Big Moose Coffee Company in Cardiff, actually, which ironically my sister sort of was the link between. But they offered me some counselling. I took it up, and I still work with Graham now. He's incredible. But the only way, sometimes you're like, well, I can't, this is just the pain. The grief pain doesn't go. So what do I need to do? I need to be more. I need to become more so that I can cope with more. I can cope with this stuff. So when you have challenges in your life, I don't want you to sit and think like, well, this just is how it is, and I'm just going to feel this way forever. What can I do to be more, do more, and inevitably find your way to a different happiness? Because when life throws you challenges, it might be the way that you've got to find a different way to be happy, and that's okay. I share that with you because I know that at the beginning of the year, we all put a lot of pressure on ourselves that we should be doing more to make changes, or we should maybe be achieving more in the next year. And sometimes it's not about that. It's about how can you be happier? How can you be really living in line with your values? And I want you to ask yourself something. I want you, hold on, I've created some banners so you can actually think about the questions that I'm asking you, not on Instagram, so I'll read them out to you. But I want you to ask yourself and write this question down so you can think about this maybe during the course of the day or the next week or even the next month. Because look, what is time, right? What is a month? What is a week? Doesn't really exist, does it? So if we know that we couldn't fail, what would you go for? If you knew that you couldn't fail, what would you want to achieve? What would you want your life to look like if you knew that you couldn't fail? It's a good question to ask yourself, because sometimes people really struggle in they struggle thinking, what do I want? Because it's not about the thing that you want. It's about who you're being in order to get that thing, right? So if you just change how you're being, you'll find that you'll probably achieve everything and more that you actually want. But it's all about focusing on us as beings and how we are being, and then everything else will, with the right action, of course, fall into place. The next thing, stop only handling the urgent versus the important. So we tend to focus as human beings on what is urgent right now. Like, oh, the baby needs seeing to, and the bins need putting out, and this needs doing, and that needs doing. Oh, I've got to get to the gym, or I've got to go now and run and go and help a family member. Or I've got to do this, and I've got to do that. And we get so caught up, and we call it like the rat race or the hamster wheel of life, that we don't think about the important. So we put the important off and we just focus on the urgent. That's not a great way. That's not finding your flow in life. Remember, I don't say about having a balance, no such thing as balance, especially if you're a busy mum, no such thing as balance. But you can find a flow where you navigate life and challenges and all those things, and ups and downs and hills and ebbs and flows, and you can flow through life. But focusing on the urgent more than the important is not going to work. We've got to find a flow between the important and also on the urgent. So we've got to find a good flow between both. Start to think about these things. This is just giving you food for thought. I'm not giving you the answers. I'm just saying, start to, ask yourself these questions. When you are thinking about goals and what you want to achieve and what you want 2022 to look like, more importantly than what it is that you want or what you want to become, is that what are the top activities that you need to do in order to achieve that goal or be that person? What are the qualities or the attributes that you need to do on a daily basis or display on a daily basis in order to get to where you want to go? Think about those things. Think about those things. So I'll leave you with this one thing to think about. And I think this can give you the first thing that you need to focus on, the one thing that you need to focus on that's going to change things for the year going forward. Ask yourself this question and write this down and go back to this if you get stuck throughout the year. I always think this is a really great question. What is something that I'm not doing right now, that if I was to do daily, then my life would be significantly better? Drop wow in the comments if you're just like, yes, that's it. That's what I need to ask myself. What is something that I'm not doing now, right now, that if I was to do daily, then my life would be significantly better? That one thing might be something that causes you pain. It might be one thing that you're really scared of. I remember Ray Higdon giving me a bit of advice once, and he said, Emma, what's the thing that you're most terrified of? And it was lives. It was doing lives. I'm like, I'm not doing lives. I'm never going to go live on my personal profile, so don't ask me to. I might consider doing it through my business profiles, but I'm never going to go live on my personal. And he was like, okay. But that one thing will be the thing that propels you forward the fastest. And guess what? He was only flaming right, wasn't he? I have mastered lives. I have become an expert in lives, I want to say. I'm still perfecting, but you know, I'm not scared to do them anymore. I just get up, I do it. I feel so much better for doing it. And absolutely, it has propelled me forward the fastest more than anything else, because that was the one thing I was terrified of. And when I asked myself, what is something that I'm not doing right now that if I was doing daily, my life would be significantly better? It was lives. It was speaking to my audience. It was talking. I know, Liz, I hated lives too. Don't worry. But you know, what you do more of, where you put your energy, like it grows. And so my confidence has grown. I am a better, more all-rounded, know myself better person now than I was 12 months ago. And if you look back even to really hard moments in your lives, they always say you can find positives. Well, the positive for me is that I was open enough to considering that maybe I could grow as a person. If I didn't feel like I was growing in any other way in my life because I'm grieving, then I was going to grow as a person. And that's exactly what I've done. So pat on the back to me, bit of self-worth there and a bit of confidence on my part. I don't mind sharing with you. That has been the thing that I'm really, really proud of for 2021, but also 2022. I'm really proud of that. And make that your thing. Make it you. The one thing that you can focus on right now that's going to change 2022 is you. Focusing on you. Who are you? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? What do you want to achieve? By being the person that you want to become, you'll find that you'll achieve everything and more that you want in 2022. Over the next week, I am going to be sharing lots of lives with you guys. You'll see the events going into my pages today, so you can keep up with me online at Emma Cooper Online or my Pro Planner. I've also put a link in the title. You can sign up to my email list, because this year I'm actually going to be opening up some personal coaching spaces where I will select. I won't be able to obviously cope with everybody, but I will select just a few people. So in order to find out about that, first and foremost, you need to be on my list and receiving emails from me. So click on the link in the title. You can get signed up to my list. You can find out a little bit more about what's on every week. I send a lovely email telling you where I'm going to be on social media, and if something rings right with you that you need help in a certain area and that live is going to help you, then fabulous. We can hook up via that. I'll also be in your emails giving you help and advice, sharing some thoughts with you in there. And I'm also going to be releasing those private coaching client spaces this year, as well as growing in every area of my whole business portfolio. I'm excited to do that, and I'm excited to do it with you guys. So 2022, yes, it started, but it's no big deal if your year hasn't started as you wanted it to right yet. It's fine. It's just another day, but we'll get there. I'm going to help you with some strategies this week and some top tips of how to get more organized and how to start 2022 more consistently in the right way. It's not about these first 2 days, so don't you worry about it. Right, I'm off to have a wonderful Sunday with the family. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your day. Enjoy a great start to your year. Just think about that one thing that you might want to be doing daily. That one thing, and start there. That's the best